Good evening, guys, out there in YouTube land. I thought you'd get kind of an interesting update on our weather. Um, we have had the warmest winter that I can remember, and I'm not enjoying that. But our winter hit very suddenly. Yesterday, all of a sudden, I was chilly. I mean, my hands are cold now, and it's it's chilly outside. So I'd be socks, boots, warm jeans, nice jacket. My husband wouldn't because he's a little bigger guy and he just doesn't seem to feel cold like I do. I think it's because he spent the first, you know, 7 or 8 years of his life in Michigan. I don't know. Those of us who have spent our entire lives in a warm climate like this one, they talk about how we have thin blood. Pretty much we do, but the cold just goes right through me. And I'm sure part of that's the bone degeneration stuff. But as you can see, I've got very thin fingers, and hands, very bony hands, tiny wrists. I would, play piano and guitar for many years, and the way my hands are structured and how well they stretch out, I get a lot of full range. My hands they really spread out from playing for decades of playing piano. But they get so ice cold like right now. Now, I have a problem that most people, their skin kind of dries out. Their skin kind of dries out in summertime. Not true for me. For me, it's the winter. My skin just gets really dry. The summer is, we have drier summers than anybody else, but during our winter weather, we are not moist here. We are a dry cold for the most part. We will get some warm winter, which is nice. I'm going to grab something. Um, and I'm grateful for that. I'm a big person for colloidal oatmeal lotions. And I have found that because my skin is, redheads have a thinner skin. We do. It's redheads and blonde people, our skin is thinner. That's why we have trouble with our aging. It's a little different for us than it is for you, especially in the area of our décolleté and neck and the backs of our hands. It's very, very, very thin skin, and that's a genetic issue. But now, the other side to that is, the good side to that, as you can see, I like my colloidal oatmeals. I'm a proponent of Aveeno. Now, this Positively Ageless, I don't know if it's doing any good um, as far as the firming part of it, but I do know that, as far as the colloidal oatmeal, it does help for me with my sensitive and dry skin. And, one bottle or tube of lotion will last me quite a long time. My preferred in the winter is actually the Nivea cream. It comes in a jar, a glass jar, and it's very, very thick. And if you ever have a problem with dry skin on your feet that's thick and dry, I would advise that you put that on nice, put some socks on, and sleep like that. And it'll soften that skin down and let your body work with it. So, now what I like about the Aveeno is I don't get a greasy feeling on my hands. Same with my Nivea cream. The other one that I like for okay, I'm about to knit and I just need to get some real quick barrier between me and wool, because wool and my skin are not friends, is this. Now, my daughter bought this big bottle for me. I was just trying out the little 99 centers. EOS, Evolution of Softness. Sorry. And she bought this big bottle for me because she knows that, it's got a pump and I can just real quick go and be done and not be pulling stuff out and opening up caps and all of that. Now I have my grandbaby again today, and I've got him in, and he got a special treat for dinner tonight because Papa, my husband, brought me home an entire pizza from a new place that they went to that I had never had their pizza, and I'm pretty picky about pizza because when I had the restaurant back decades ago, um, we made a very good pizza. Um, it was a Chicago style thin crust. It was just a very good pizza. And this was actually a really, really good pizza. So I decided I'd be nice and give Danny a treat. Instead of having him eat stew or something like that tonight, I'd give him, and I'm talking a big New York style slice of pizza. That should be enough to fill that belly up. So, the noise you're hearing is the TV show I had on for him. I'm so sorry. It had gotten down to 67 in here. So I turned my heater back on, and I'm betting that my husband just turned it off. Because he doesn't understand. 67 is very cold for me. I could be wrong. But who knows? Excuse me one moment, folks. About that, I felt that sneeze coming on, and I was like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to block this one. Now my eyes are doing the itching thing from it. Oh. This is me with the head cold part of it. It's just, oh, I hate it. It would be allergen symptoms to most people, but my body just acts so differently with it. Okay, so, yeah, we've had a very sudden cold front come in, and last night, we had, our ground froze over. Our grass was ice cold frozen, had little bits of ice on it. So, what little grass we have, it got cold. And that's a very cold night for this part of town. Now sadly they're saying it's going to go back up into the 70s for Christmas Day, which just makes me cry. I want it to be cold on Christmas Day. I want a reason to be in sweaters and cooking and while I'm cooking, I should say, and all of that. I have no idea what it would be like not to be cooking on Christmas. That might be interesting. Get back up there and eat the pizza at the table, boy. You don't walk around my house with food. Get at that table. Now. 5 canines. Kid with food. Sheesh. I don't need the puppies having pizza. Now, Snowy, that was different. That boy loved his pizza. And Chrissy does too, but these new pups, they've not been conditioned to that portion of a diet, and I'm trying to keep them off of any durum wheat products. Any wheat at all. Sorry, now it's getting on my nerves. I can't decide. Up is more comfortable, down is more comfortable. It depends on what I'm doing. So, oh. Okay. So yeah, he's back. His mom is helping a family friend move tomorrow, and she's got a job interview. So, excuse me for a moment. Okay. So, this drives me insane. I hate the sound of football. It brings back just too much out of my childhood where my dad was just glued to that screen for football games, and that would have been fine, and he always placed me as the priority. Don't mistake that, please. But I don't enjoy the game. I hate that people will scream and yell at it. And I just don't enjoy having it playing where I have to hear it in my house. That's a problem. If I have to hear it, it's a problem. And all I can hear is my husband's football game on. And I'm trying to talk myself down from saying the wrong thing and starting an argument. Deep breath. Hockey, I'd be fine. but not football. And it's not that that's the sport I like. It's that that's the. I hate basketball. My dad hated basketball. Um, he always watched Diamondbacks baseball. He always watched football. Um, I don't like televised hockey. It's because they limit the view of the ice and you miss all the good stuff. Um, so I like live hockey, Coyotes hockey, and yeah, that's it. Not a sports girl, guys. Uh, I just see it as a huge, huge waste of time. I think these people are way overpaid for doing something that they love. They really are. That money, there's so much more we could do with that money in this world. I'm not trying to begrudge them. I get that there's a lot of injury and all of that, but it's entertainment. It's not. Our military should be getting paid the kind of money they do. Our teachers, our police, but they don't. Not that kind of money. I don't mean that. I just mean, if we took that resource and put it in the right place, it would do so much more good in this world. Fire departments that are underfunded for newer equipment that would do so much good. Excuse me, my husband's in the room. Hold on, and I'll pause you. So if you guys are having trouble seeing me, that's a good thing because you should be seeing. Looky there, looky. She laid herself right in front of the camera, little goofy girl. Okay, so we got a Chrissy view. Nope, you're stuck with my mug. I'll hide behind the Chrissy view. Okay. Oops. I'm sorry, sweetness. It fell and scared her. She hopped back, whole body. That would be my fault. Where's the Chrissy Grace? Give me two Grace. Hi, baby. Itty bitty. Itty bitty bitty. You get the tuggers, huh? Mommy take the tuggers. She's so pretty. She's so tiny. Yes. Anyway. My favorite living soul. Right here. This little girl. She's just so precious. So kind and gentle. Okay. So, as I was saying, my husband's watching football. Bleh, I don't like football. If you hear barking and growling, it will be because Spirit is somewhere near my bed, and when Snowflake discovers it, she's going to pitch fit. Okay, there goes Chrissy. Her's going off to do something. Oh. Okay. Alrighty then. So, I managed. There we go. Now I can see. Whew. I managed to, this morning before the grandbaby got me crazy, when you saw this yesterday, I think it was, only some pure pink was done. So now twice that much is done, just from this morning, and the variegation of the black has begun going in, and pretty soon it'll go solid black, and the pattern to the hat will change, to where all I do is knit, instead of knit, purl. It's what we call a K2P2 ribbing, so it's knit 2, purl 2. And you do that all the way around. So you're working in increments of 4 anytime you want to add or decrease to a ribbing. Uh-oh, Snowflake's in the room too. Snowflake. Fluffers. She's probably going to yell at him in a minute. I don't know. Nope, she's eating puppy food. Okay. this week they got a salmon and pea recipe that they really like. It's a super healthy puppy food. It's grain free. It's all natural. It's non GMO. I think it's called Whole Goodness. I'd have to look at the bag. It's from Petco, I think. There's only one place that we can get one of the flavors, and then the other flavors of food they like are from the other, which would be PetSmart. So their chicken and venison food comes from PetSmart. Their duck comes from PetSmart. Pretty much everything else is made by us, I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. My head's so stuffed up it screws with my thought process. So Dante got into trouble with his papa. Never a good thing, because now he's sitting on his bed in a timeout. Thank God I didn't have to deal with it. Now Fluffers is into bed. That's who's there. Let me see if I can get out of the way. Of course not. Snowflake. She's just sniffing around, sitting behind me. Okay. There she is. There's a fluffy girl. She wants to play. She's such a puppy still. And now she's more than half the size of the giant one in height. So she's going to get bigger. Yes. Come here, Snowflake. Come say hi, baby. Nope. She's after a bone. They have lamb and beef bones they're allowed to have because the bone is hard enough that it cleans their teeth, doesn't splinter, and they enjoy the flavor, you know. So, yeah, they like those. You know, I had a point to this video, and now my brain scrambled because I kept getting interrupted. So I'm going to go regroup and figure out what it was I tried to talk to you about, because I don't remember. So, bye guys.